They take the minimum effort to support environmental change. No, they're not hitting dogs on the street. These are not the worst people in the world. It's just that they tend not to believe all the green stuff that's out there, the green dialogue. They're going to buy cars. They're buying your big SUVs. They're going to, keep buying those trucks if they can get them. They're driving to school. They're driving to work. And when it comes time to wash them, man, they're using those car washes. So they're not afraid of that. And they're going to purchase products made from recycled materials only as an afterthought. They're not looking for those materials. So who are those folks? They're primarily men, 50 years or older. 1 in 4 are retired. That is a big part of it's a big part of this region. A lot of older white males. I mean, that's a big part of this region. They represent the traditional middle class. They make significantly above $50,000. Stable marriage, they tune out the wife when she says to throw out those bags and that other material. And the question here is, if that's your customer, I gave this presentation at the International Food Show last year, and it was kind of attaching this data to the food business. And I said, look, if you have a traditional, God bless, red sauce restaurant, in Queens, and your clientele is, a lot of older males, why would you worry about organic products? Other than, and I wasn't making any judgment as to whether that's right or wrong. I was just saying it's not going to resonate with the customer. If you say we're now using organic sauce, they're going to go to Vinny's instead of Tommy's. They're going to say, I don't want to go here anymore. This place is going to Manhattan, to Greenwich Village. You're going to tune them out. And so, if I leave you with any message out of all this research, is that the public has very defined ideas right now about what it means to be green. And so if your business is not reflective of that market, you have to be very careful, because it could absolutely tune out a fairly large segment of the population from using your product or service. Now I'll take questions. As everybody absorbs. Yes, ma'am.
They didn't test on geothermal. They didn't add geothermal, which is huge. Billions of dollars would be spent on that. I would be curious about the knowledge of the public is to geothermal energy as compared to nuclear.
Most of the research is what's the top of mind. When you ask people, name a green technology that you like, if it didn't pop up, then it's other. And so again, that's, in some ways it's opportunity. If I'm in that business, I could see it as opportunity, but I'm going to have to spend a lot of money to get that messaging across as an alternative. That's why some companies choose to spend a fair amount of time educating the folks in Washington and kind of those thought leaders, because that's where a big sphere of influence is right now. And where instead of going out there running a $100 million campaign, like I'll give you a great example, Tesla Motors, which just got $500 million to build cars to build a school room. Yeah. Okay, and they just got $500 million next to 2 big auto companies to build green cars. Tesla has not spent $100 million out there on ads and things. What they've done is they have attacked it from the thought leadership. They were ones that were out on the campaign trail talking to folks that were running for president. They're in Washington, and that's the result of that. And so now people are going, oh, yeah, electric cars, oh yeah, I know, Tesla. I mean, it's not from ad spending, it's really from trying to influence those that influence others. So it's that kind of effect where you're going to get the most bang for your buck in terms of dollar. Yes?
Sorry, sort of continuation. So when you say NGO, what you mean, or people are assuming you're talking about as non-profit?
Yes.
Okay, because the non-government organizations usually
well, and then it's a definite globally. Here we use the terminology non-profit. Globally, it's NGO.
Okay.
Miss, you have a question?
Yes. Kind of called to the last one, the one right before the Munich Green Profile of New York City. And what I'm saying is that people they go with the products that might cost more because in the long run it saves them money, not because they go, oh, that's better. I'll put the money out for the social because, I put the money out for the social, but I'm going to get it back in the electric bill. And when they do services, they don't see where they're going to get it back. So I think it's still possible to reach those audiences if you're in service, but you just have to show people how they're going to get it back. Not, okay, we're organic and green is in now, but how is it going to help you? Because if you're targeting 50-year-old men, you don't want to say we're organic and we're green, and they're going to say, so what? It's like, maybe you do the X, Y, and Z more years. Maybe you just got to be more creative with how you present it to them, but it's still possible.
What you really, thank you, Howard. what you're really getting to is, and what it really comes down to, it hasn't changed, is value proposition. The key word today is the word value. All the research that we've done, not just in the green area, across the board, is about the word value. That's what clients, customers, prospective customers want to know. What is the value of this? And for them, and we've seen this on research we've done on energy efficiency, because we've been asked to come in and help with energy efficiency campaigns from states across the country, whether they're in Virginia, California, wherever they are, New York. Research, the numbers always come back the same, which is people want to know, how is this putting dollars right back into my wallet? You know, they understand about global warming and all these other things, but by taking this action, is the reaction or the positive effect of that going to be a reduction in my electricity bill? For most people, it's a reduction in electricity bill. Is this going to save money? Hybrid sales went through the roof when gas was over $4 a gallon. Gas comes down, okay, so I get, you know, higher mileage a gallon, but I still need space. You know, it's a value proposition for folks. So it's really about the value. And as a service, if you can show that the value is translating into dollars, you have something there. If you just say it's about your personal value, that I'm an accountant and I only use recycled paper, my pens are recycled, and you're living a lifestyle, but in times like these, people are going to say, my taxes, I can either go to H&R Block for $75 or $100, or I'm going to go to the green account for $375. Which am I going to choose? That's where the problem happens for the green account. For H&R Block, they clean up. So it's a value proposition. Yes, sir.
There's a little anecdotal, I think, tying to the two slides, the most important green issue as well as the desirable energy source. I took a PV class recently, and the solar owner mentioned when gas prices go up, their phones ring off the hook. When they go down, the phones slow down. So again, that perception of people. But just another quick question regarding the whole energy efficiency message. Isn't that sort of right now a real slippery slope we're in right now, that things are done right? Because there's a lot of people going out there professing energy efficiency, but do people really know, for instance, just getting that air sealing or insulating done, that could very well affect the ventilation, for instance, and the air quality of their home. So really how things are done and presented to the customer right now. People are packaging energy audits where they will just go and do the low-hanging fruit versus that whole conversation with the homeowner or business owner of that whole effect of what they're doing.
You will absolutely see, as this thing cycles through, I can guarantee you with great certainty that for every article now talking about energy efficiency and the tips that you can do, you will start to see the media will pick up these stories of you know, a mother of 3, all the children have gotten sick, and when they went back and looked, it was because they sealed up every fresh air duct in the house, and it was so energy efficient that mold-proof. You know what I mean? It's just, you will always end up with that. You know, where people thought bottled water is great. I mean, there's still parts of the world where this would be an unbelievable product. I mean, this would solve so many problems because they can't get clean water, and it might be technically cheaper to every day or every week shipping millions of these bottles. But for the other side of the argument, it's the negative of material.
I'll tell you, I mean, I sat in a couple of BPI classes on building analysts and energy professionals, the contractors, builders, developers, and they were sitting there kind of stunned saying, gosh, what if I don't have that conversation with the customer? You know, I go in, I do the work, I test out, and now the ventilation is affected. And they're worried about the liability of it. They're worried about, you know, the people actually coming in and doing the work correctly. And it's to your point.
I once had a great debate with Paul Feiner, town supervisor of Greenburgh, who's doing some great things in Greenburgh in terms of, and has always been on the forefront of this issue in terms of greening the municipality. But I argued with him. I said, well, you know, you can have an Energy Star home, but if it's 10,000 square feet and has 15 Energy Star television sets, it's drawing a lot of electricity. See, that's the problem. It's the, you know, the builder looks, he says, my Lord, look at how energy efficient this building is or this home is. And then the kids come in with the Nintendos and the DSs and the cell phones and all these products that need to be charged. And that's the bigger issue. And so the next wave of the green issue is going to be, what does this mean? How does this translate into what's realistic, what isn't realistic, what is proven to be a home run, and what is proven to be not such a great. I'll let you take you first, and then you last. Yes.
Yes,